EP.5 podcast show. I'm your host, Pat.
I'm your host, Fred.
And I know it's been a while, so we apologize. Been a busy spring break for us, so I got a little behind on the videos, but I do have a couple of videos I have to edit and try to put together for you all. So we're going to see, can we go ahead and get ourselves caught up today? But today we're going to be covering financial, what be the
Financial literacy.
financial literacy. So
Okay.
that'll be the topic, and so we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. And I will go ahead and let you all know, bear with us, because we finna record a few videos today. So we're gonna try to look out for you all and go ahead and get some stuff covered. So let's go ahead and get started. Fred,
All right.
what we got for them today?
But let me ask you a question. What did you learn about money? Do you learn about money in school? Do you learn about money from your parents? What did you learn about money and how to manage money? What did you learn from?
Well, that's a good question. I want to say, I guess around, I guess it was first grade when I learned about more money. Learned about, the coins and the paper dollars, and I just know, you needed money to buy things.
Okay.
So as I grew, I earned allowance. So I learned, okay, if I want this, I got to work for this. So I didn't learn much about money as into how to properly grow it and what to do with it. I just knew for the things I wanted, I needed money, and I know I
Right.
needed to work. So
Okay.
yeah, to sum it up, that's what I learned from money at
Okay.
an early age.
So you learned the basics of money, or just how to get some money. And when you got money, you have money and you can buy stuff.
Yes.
So that's like kindergarten. That's not the part where we're talking about financial literacy.
Okay.
We're talking about financial literacy. We want to make sure that when you do learn financial literacy, you are the better to make better
Right.
financial decisions.
Right.
And therefore, you can meet your financial goals. And therefore, if you do not make those financial decisions correctly, then you cannot and will not meet your goals. Okay?
Right.
All right. First of all, let's look at what financial literacy is. Financial literacy is the ability to make smart financial decisions to help you achieve the lifestyle you want to include. Now, this includes savings, includes budgeting, it includes investing. All that is included in financial investments. Okay.
So now, with this information we're going to provide, like I said, so I told you what I learned earlier on in my early age. What would be a good time to apply these financial, like, and what point? So we got the basics. If you could break it down from grade school, at what grade should each thing be taught? Put it like that.
I'm going to get to that in just a second, because
Okay.
that's a good question. Now, first of all, when we talk about financial literacy, the key is actually, what are we getting this information from? How are we learning this information? Now, when you talk about financial literacy, remember, every person learns differently.
Right.
So I can be the one where you sit around and you can talk to me, and then I can actually grasp it and I can do something with it. But some people need auditory, they need visual, they need to be kinesthetic. Some people need just to do it. Some people need to see it done. So when we talk about financial literacy, you got to first figure out what type of learning style you have in order for you to actually absorb the information. Because me telling you, and you're not an auditory learner, you're not going to be able to absorb this information. All you're going to be doing is to know it, but you're not going to be able to do anything with it.
I think they helped break it down, because, like I said, it took me to be an adult to realize what kind of learner I was. Like I said, I know in school I had a hard time learning. I'm more of a hands-on, but if I see it, I don't have to. You don't have to explain it to me. If I see it, I learn it, but I don't know how to explain it to you.
Right.
But I did learn it. So, like I say, I could adapt more by just like with this podcast. I could just sit here and listen to a podcast or watch a video on how to repair something. You don't have to have no audio in it. I can just watch the video, okay, learn how to do it. So that's helpful, because, like I said, once we provide information to people, we have to have different ways of how we break it down. So, like I said, that is more suitable for each learner.
Right. Now, when we talking about the part, back to your question, now is when does it start? When does it start? When is the best time to start? The best time to start is whenever you have the ability to make money, it's time to start saving your money. Time to become financial literate. Now, if I'm sitting around and says, when do I come? Even if you're in teenagers and you sitting around and you couldn't hear in the neighborhood, that's a part of finance. That's the one of you actually absorbing income. And that's one part of being financial literate. But you got to first get your earnings up. If you braiding hair, there's many ways to make money. So even if it says the Lord's, your God-given talent is where you want to make your money at. You want to make as much money as you can with your God-given talent. Some people just got talking. Some people got the gift of gab, and they want to be. They can say stuff, and people say, "Oh man, I believe this. I understand this." And then you say, "Cool, I can do this," and you can make money from it. And when you make that money, it's your time to actually start to earn more money, save more money, invest more money.
Right.
But investment begins as soon as you make your very first dollar. You should be investing in something. Most of all, invest in yourself first. If you invest in yourself first, you're always ahead.
So that comes down to the graph where if you have a pie, you want to have a certain percentage towards investing to yourself,
right?
Then a certain percentage towards just straight future investments.
Right. So now like I say on the pie part, like if you're investing in yourself first, remember that's the first thing you invest in. That's not the only thing you invest in.
Okay.
So when you invest in yourself first, the rest of the part will come with it, except for when you don't do anything with what you know. See, the key is to take what you know. When you invest in yourself, you got to go out and do something. You can't just say, you know what, I'm a barber, but I don't cut no hair.
Right.
I'm good at talking, but I don't talk to actually make no money. So you're not using the gift. So you use your gift to help make money, and when you make that money, then it comes to the part where what do I do with the money I have?
Right.
Now we get caught up in just seeing things. When we see it, we want it. When we want it, we buy it. And when we buy it, we don't have no money. Now everybody is different, and everybody gonna sit around and get the money because I'm guilty of it too. Because I learn every day. I mean, I take trips, and I said, dang, every trip I'm taking the money, and I'm spending $5,000-$6,000 on trips.
Right.
But that's not the way it's supposed to be. So right now, it's like on this podcast, I'm learning as I'm learning. So as I'm speaking, I'm re-going over my words so I can actually go and implement new plans.
Right.
Learn new things, do different things. So now I'm doing something different, and I'm still going to take the vacations. I'm still going to do everything I've been doing, but this time I'm not going to lose my money. Like most people, oh, I lost my money, I got this money. No. You have to be able to be financial literate. You have to know how to make the money, how to use the money, how to invest in the money, and do not sit there and waste your money. Being unprepared makes you financially illiterate, not literate.
Right. Because as Fred mentioned, how our platform is set up, our model basically learn and apply. Like I say, it's nothing that we say that we don't actually do ourselves, or it's okay to change up. Like I said, we learn from each other. So like I say, we'll go back over as I'm editing. I listen to the podcast. And I say, okay, I'm gonna apply that in my regular life. And if you all decide the comments, I read through the comments and I say, okay, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna try that, or I'm gonna mention that on the next show, because we're looking to build a platform where not only we want to provide knowledge and information that what's needed, we want to be able to help everyone. So, like I said, I know me and Fred talked a couple of weeks back about maybe having a group where we able to help each other. Like I say, so like I said, you have some who are hard at learning, so we want to be able to break it down a little easier for the ones who look harder at learning, because not a judgmental platform. Also, just say we telling you this stuff. We tell you save your money, invest, save your money, invest. So okay, you get that part, you hear. But you might not be the type of person that know how to save or know how to invest or what to invest in. So this is what this platform for. So like I say, if we have stuff that we know that'll be a good investment you know, if we have our money into it, once we tried it and it's a workable platform, then we'll share it with you all. So that's what we want to build.
Right. Now we're trying to build, like I said, we're trying to build where we become like not financial. We won't be like financial consultants,
right,
or business consultants. Anything that you want, it doesn't have to be finances. It can be how do I start my own business or something, right, or how do I build on this, and if I got this and my parents left me this, what do I need to do, or what can I do?
Right.
We want to provide a platform. We're trying to give you access to knowledge and different views or different ways in which you can actually make money from what you have.
Right, because in a sense, I want to say we kind of like the crash course dummies. You know,
yeah,
we actually apply what we talking about, and then we able to provide it to you. So it's not just coming up, hey,
right,
say we go buy a case of water and sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We will actually go through the process and try and then share. You know, hey, you know, this is what we did, and this is how we learned from this, and so everything we talk about is prior experience. Just like if you are a lot of y'all who following, if you follow from the very, very beginning with the trucking industry, you know, I was in the trucking industry, so the stuff that I was saying, I was actually applying and stuff. I was actually going through it, so it's still the same thing now, and we want to make sure in any way possible, whatever kind of information you need, if we have to go out there and be the crash dummies and test it out, hey, I'm willing to do it. You know, I'm willing to, if it makes sense. Now, like I say, if it don't make sense, then like we can't go through with it now.
And you know, we beyond. You know, we will be the crash course dummy for you.
Right.
But we also have people who are in those fields. So if you say, "Oh, I want to know about saving my money,"
right?
You know, you make the money, but then I got to pay my taxes. So we have people that says, you know what, who actually majored in accounting to save you money. So we'll bring them on our podcast, and if you have a question, you ask it or you join our affiliations, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have them to sit down with you, or we're going to podcast it back and forth to make sure that you better understand what you can do and how to do it better, save you money. Because remember, being financial literate is not just making money, it's being able to save money, being able to make that money grow for you. And if it's not growing for you, it's not doing anything for you at all.
Right. So like so we will be within the next month or so upgrading the studio. So it'll be a bigger platform for we'll be able to bring our guests on in. Like I said, then we'll be able to provide a little more information and have it in different point of views for you all to be able to understand. Whoever specializes in the field that what we mentioned on the topic, you better get a better understanding of it. So we'll have that available for you sometime next month, if not the beginning of next month, for sure the end of next month.
Right, definitely. Because remember, we don't seem to be the experts on everything.
Right.
That's why we have other people to help us help you.
Right. So we just want to make sure we're able to cover all topics. There's no topics off limit, but we want to make sure we cover the topics that nobody else wants to cover and or skip over to talk about, because there's so much stuff to be talked about. A lot of people have it on their mind, but they don't have nobody for they can. Hey, let me go check out Truth Be Told podcast and see if they covering this today or covering this, because there's a lot of information out there that you need. You know, some stuff that you absorb in, you absorbing in the wrong information or the wrong. You watching the wrong stuff, so you're not getting what you really need in life for to be able to progress. And a lot of people want to like, wow, well, I'm doing this, I'm not progressing because you feeding in a lot of negative energy. So we try to give you all a lot of knowledge and positive energy on this channel.
Yeah, because the most important topic is one that's most important to you. So if you put down the comments that you want to hear about so and so, or you want to say, you know what, I want to know more about finances. I got this money. I want to know about investing. I want to know about investing in this kind of thing, currency or that currency. I want about Bitcoin or something. Whatever you want, we will actually go through and definitely do research on it in order to bring you the most accurate information needed in order for you to benefit from your investments.
Right. Because, truthfully, our full potential haven't been shown. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we specialize in. Me, myself, like I have still on paper, I have 2 businesses, and I dealt with a lot of business in the past, and there's a lot of stuff that I can cover. Just haven't had a proper video to cover it. I just don't want to jump up too much stuff in one video where y'all not able to learn anything from it. So we want to try to stick with the topic. So, like I said, don't whatever you have in your mind, just comment below, because nothing too weird or crazy. Whatever topic you want to cover, just comment below. Matter of fact, just put a hashtag topic and then put whatever you decide you want us to cover or talk about, and we'll talk about it. Like I said, there's no limit.
Yep. Now on this part, we're going to end up on this video with this last part of financial literacy.
Okay.
Now remember, when you got financial literacy, go through, read some books, watch videos on financial literacy, and go out and try it. Don't go out and say, you know what, I got $500. I'm gonna go out and start playing with $500. You don't go out and play with $500. You go out and play with $5 to $10 and see how it works. And then you're going to go further and you're going to look at it and say, you know what? If I invest this, or if I invest that, if I invest more money, and how much would I get if I invest this? How much would I get if I get this? So therefore, you're looking deep into the future. So therefore, you're going to be saying, like, I only started with $5. Now I'm thinking, what happens if I put $5,000 in there? And then if you understand that part, then you can say, you know what? Let me get my $5,000. This is a good investment for me. And then you can see your money grow. So one thing about money, when you get your money to grow and you investing, money starts to snowball. It starts to get larger and larger. The greatest thing you're going to have in your life is your time. That's why I say when you come down to investing, it's never too early to invest. As soon as you start making money, you should be investing. So that's where your money will continue to grow.
I agree with that 100%, because, like I said, it's never too early, because out of 2 things gonna happen. Either you're gonna invest or you're gonna spend. The money gonna leave regardless. So like I said, what you do with it. Like I said, and investing will be your best option, especially early on. Like I say, once you study up on something and you invest into it, a couple of years later, you're gonna be like, man, I'm really glad I did that, because out of 2 things you can do, but 3, you can spend, save, and invest. Like I say, and the saving and investing is what gonna get you ahead. Like I said, you can spend. We all know how to spend.
We all gonna spend.
Everybody on this earth figure that out, and we mastered that. So now it's time to master something else.
Right? Because remember, if you don't invest, somebody gonna invest your money, and you will get nothing from it. You want to be able to invest and to get the residuals from it, so you can live a better life.
And you got to understand, you sometimes you really just have to just drive down the street somewhere and just look around. Just if you can, just pause the world and just look around. Everything around you is investment. The neighborhood you live in, the business up the street, investment. The car you drive, everything is investment. Somebody invest in something.
Right. Yeah. You know, think about it, most of these neighborhoods. If you living in the city, 9 times out of 10, if you live in a neighborhood, you got your neighborhood dudes. That's somebody invested. I mean, you own the house, you buying a house, but you'll never own the land. The community part is making money. So they invested the housing market to make extra money.
Right. That's where the HOA came from. Like
that's what it is.
It's anybody, for example, you whatever city you in, you can see a piece of land. It probably nothing been there for years, and you finally see a sign say for lease or for rent or for sale. So let's say fast forward a couple more years, now you notice that they starting to clear it out and build. So somebody invested in that land, bought the land were already for sale. So somebody could have bought it and put one house on it or put a business on it, but that investor paid for that land. They did whatever they had to do. So once they pay for their land, they own the land. Let's say they have an LLC. So they have an LLC and they make it a HOA. Now they're going to finna break the land up and sell you plots.
Right.
So now you buy you a lot. Okay, yeah, you own that lot. Well, technically you don't own it, but you own the lot. You bought the lot. You can build you a house. So once the neighborhood is built, now you got the HOA fees and rules, and that all came from an investment.
Right. And then you got to think, why did they have the HMO? Okay, what happened was they said, you know what? Let's maximize our earning potential. Now, of course, they're going to sell the house.
Right.
But then if I sell the house, my money stops. I need more money. I need residual income. My income needs to keep moving. So let's develop this program that have everybody that purchases a house that in the land that we have actually owned to keep paying us for the rest of their lives. And then you don't actually stop paying HMA. What is it, HMA?
Oh, HOA, homeowner association.
Yeah, homeowners. You don't actually stop paying. It's for the rest of your life. As long as you're living in that place, you have to pay. So that's money that keeps on going and going and going. So that's like I said, when financial literacy, you're trying to make sure your money keep rolling.
Right.
And rolling.
Because it's like I said, it's many ways on investing. For example, we talking about land. So you buy some land, or you say you already own land. It take a while for you to be able to invest in certain things. Like, for example, that's why you just not seeing land being sold, because some land might be beneficiary being farmland, so you may make more money being a farmland. So once they decide to sell for farm, they ain't looking to downgrade, so they looking to upgrade. So yesterday they sell a parcel of this farmland, and somebody buy and want to build a supermarket or a shopping center. So whether they sell it or rent it, yes, most time they end up leasing land. So you lease the land, so you already own the land, so you paying your taxes on it, so you lease it. Now, for example, I'm giving Fred permission to lease my land and build a shopping center on it. So not only did I let him lease the land and build a shopping center, or I decide to cover it and I build a shopping center, I'm still collecting money off for rent. So they say I have all the, just like you see a Walmart. You would think Walmart own the land, but they don't own the land. They rent the land. A big corporation like that, you would think they own that land. They don't own the land. If you ever notice inside, and same thing with a mall. You see a mall, somebody build a mall, and then you have the mall. The mall is the main part in the middle. Then you have anchor stores. So once the mall down decide to decline to people who are into investments, you can really see where the investment part come up. Because now this anchor store left, so now this building vacant, this building vacant, this building vacant. All that come from investment, because your investment branch off. Like I said, just like for Walmart, they own it. They lease the land, so they own the Walmart building. So all the sub stores all around it, they don't own. That's still part of the original landowner, and they decide to build a shopping center, and they have all that rent that they collecting. So when it comes to investing, it's like just like we say about the money and saving, it's a tree. It's different ways to invest, and then your money branch off. For example, if you get into the house, and let's say I buy me a property. Let's say I decide to buy, and you can buy you a single family home, or you can buy you a multi-family home. So if I buy me a multi-family home, of course now I can branch off my investment. I have rent for, if I have 4 units in there. So say if I purchase a home and I have do renovation, I have 4 units for me to rent off of. So like I say, you can break it off. If I do a townhome and they say have 6 units, you can break it off and have all 6 units rented off, or you can decide to sell 2 units, so you still have 4 units for rent, or you decide to live in one and you still have 5 for rent. It's multiple ways to branch off when it comes to investing.
All right. So when it comes out, when it comes, different many ways. So when it comes down, remember, you're trying to become financial literate to make better financial decisions.
Right.
And those decisions should yield you more income. Now, it's not like I say, if you own something, you got to look at the pros and the cons. What am I making? Can I make more money? That's those financial decisions. Say, I'm making $400 a month. Can I make that change that $400 to $500 a month or $600 a month? Those are what you're doing when you get financial literate. When you get financial literate, you want to make decisions that meet your goal and your lifestyle choices. So if I want to have a big house, I want to have a big car, I got to make those choices that make me gain enough money to live that lifestyle. So we want to live our best life. To live our best life, we got to make sound financial decisions and have sound financial goals. Okay.
And I'm just going to end it with this. You want to make sure, once you learn about investment, once you get into it, this is the key to, and could be the concept that work for everybody, but this is the concept that worked for me. Once you find out what you're going to invest in, figure out how much you're going to invest, make your initial investment, pay yourself back. Once you make whatever you're making from whatever investment property or project you working with, the money inside the investment, keep reinvesting whatever you got into it. Do not ever put your money back. It's pointless if you have your primary source of income and you still keep putting money into it, trying to make it work. So like I said, just find out what your initial investment is, invest, pay yourself back, and keep the process going. If you decide to invest in something else, you got two choices. You got two sources of income. Either use your primary again, or you could use that first investment and some money out of there and just keep going, keep growing it. Don't keep tapping into your money because you're not gonna go nowhere. You keep tapping into your primary income.
Right, like I said, nothing to it but to do it. If you never do anything, you never gain anything.
Right.
So in order to grow and make those financial decisions, you got to actually do it. Sometimes it takes trial and error. So if it says, I did the investment, it's not a good investment, don't invest anymore. That's why I said start off with like $5, $10, $20. Don't go and put all your money in the basket without knowing all the ins and outs.
Right.
So remember, being financial literate, you have to be able to read, understand. You have to grow every single day. New information comes out. If new information comes out, you need to take that new information, weigh it up on the old information, and then say, you know what? This is what I need to do to actually make it work.
Right.
And the more you do, the more money you have.
And so I hope you all gained some information, some knowledge from this video. I appreciate y'all for staying and watching this long because I know we be talking a lot, but we have a lot to say. It's very important. So this is gonna count for our Sunday financial video. So we're gonna produce a few more for y'all this week. So y'all just gotta stay prepared. It's gonna be off schedule. Just understand it's gonna be off schedule. As soon as I get it edited, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there for y'all so y'all can get caught up and get back used to us posting. But I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and
remember, as we grow,
you grow.
Talking investment, making wealth with the cryptocurrency. Nothing to lose like a Martin Lawrence. Airbnb, just a little insurance. I'm popping them flexing. Remember when I had to pay no crib? I hated a blessing.